Okay, so in this video I'm going to go over some of the stuff that I've been playing with lately to help me learn bass guitar. For those of you who don't know, I've been learning the bass lately, and all this stuff is totally applicable to anyone who's learning sixth string as well. So if you're like me and you started learning to play guitar or bass, you probably went out on the web and picked up some tab and are trying to get with you and want to learn how to play them. And if you're like me, some of the songs, especially the more fast-paced songs and the more intricate songs, are hard to make out just looking at the tab. This is, for example, Higher Ground by Red Hot Chili Peppers. And you can see here, the tablature in standard format with some additional information down here with respect to, plucking and thumping and things like that. But for some of the other songs, or even this one, it gets kind of confusing, some of the nomenclature that they use. It'd be nice if we could bring up, sheet music and follow along with that. But if you're like me and you're looking at tab, it's probably because you don't know how to read sheet music yet. So what would be really nice if we could kind of have maybe tab and sheet music together and kind of have somebody play the song so you could follow along what they're doing. That's pretty much what the program does for you. So let's open up Guitar and compare what it uses or how it displays this tab so that you can play along. Okay, so here we have the exact same song, Higher Ground by Red Hot Chili Peppers, loaded up in Guitar Pro 5. It's kind of overwhelming, all the buttons that are up here, and I'm going to go over just a couple of them because it really is a lot of stuff to play with here, more than you probably will need to play with, but it's there. Quick thing to note is not only do you have the instrument you're interested in my case the bass, but you've got all the instruments, and usually that's the case. If somebody goes and uploads one of these files to a website where you typically go to find your tab, you'll find that in that file that you download for Guitar Pro, not only does it have the instrument you're interested in, but all the instruments. And you can see here, if I click on guitar, it'll switch the view to show the actual guitar tab, or rhythm, guitar, bass, and drums. So the best feature of Guitar Pro, in my opinion, is the fact that it'll play the song in a way that which you can follow. It's got the tab here, it's got the sheet music up here, and if I go ahead and press play, it'll start playing the song and I can follow along. Now, quick disclaimer, the program that I'm using to capture this video is a little resource intensive, so as I press play here, it's probably going to sound like garbage for the first couple of seconds, but then it should clean up, so let's give it a shot. Alright, that's not too bad. So as you can see, the little lines bouncing around, and you can see what's being played at what speed and things like that. Now, if you were like me and you play a song like this for the first time, your reaction is, holy crap, this is going way too fast, how am I supposed to learn this thing? And that's just another wonderful feature of this program, is that you can slow everything down however slow you want. So right now the beat is 144 beats per minute. Now I can go ahead and click on this and change manually the tempo and have it apply for the entire song, or I can real easily just click on this thing here and say, well, just slow the entire song down to half speed or to 3/4 speed or something like that. We'll try half speed for starters here. Let's back the song up and we'll start again from the get-go. And again, if there's lag, it's trust me, it's not the program, it's because of the capturing software that I'm using. But let's give it a shot. So you can see it's much slower, much easier to understand, much easier to follow. So you start at a slower speed, and then when you feel comfortable, you start ramping it back up, and until you're playing it at full speed. Now, what I do typically with this program to learn my part, which is the bass, is I'll go down here and I'll mute all these other guys. I'm not interested in what the guitar is doing. I'm not interested in what the rhythm guitar is doing. I am interested in what the bass is doing. I mean, I have to hear what he's playing, and I also want to hear the drums. I mean, in my opinion, bass is just as much a percussion instrument as it is a stringed instrument, so you have to hear what the drummer's doing. So if we get rid of these and we keep playing the song, you can hear that it's just the drums and just the bass playing. So once you've got your part down pretty well, what you can then do is start bringing some of these other instruments back into the mix. maybe at a lower volume so that you can still hear the bass on top of these other guys, and you can do that here. And then when you've really got it down, maybe you want to do the exact opposite. Maybe you want to mute the bass and just play all the other instruments, guitar and the drums. Now that you've got it down pat, and you can play along with the rest of the band, so to speak. So that makes it pretty fun. So what else? I don't know, it's got a built-in metronome and some other nice things. You probably don't need that. If you've got a drum track to play with, you should probably play with that. It does have like a virtual fretboard here that will play along, but then again, I guess if you're playing bass and you're able to read tab, you probably don't need this, since it's pretty much telling you where you should be playing. One other thing to note too, before you go and jump out and buy this program, this is not a free program by any means. It's I think it's around $60, which is not bad at all. There is a free version of a program called Tux Guitar, which is very comparable to this. In fact, it's probably got just about the same feature set as this, or the feature set that you're interested in. The user interface is a little bit different, but it's essentially the same thing. And actually, I can probably bring that up right here. Give me one sec. Yeah, so here you go. This is Tux Guitar. As you can see, it's showing the tab and the sheet music. This is version 1.0. This is like the first version that has come out. So there's no bass clef here. That's an obvious thing that needs to be fixed, and other little things. But you got the same instruments down here, and it looks pretty similar. It should play the same. Hopefully it won't be too sketchy again with my software, but we can start it, and it's pretty much doing the same thing. So, and again, this is free. If you're a Linux user, this will work in Linux. I think the core of it is actually written in Java, so it'll run on any Java virtual machine in Linux or Windows. So there's a free option for you. Okay, the other thing I wanted to show you, and I actually just discovered this literally yesterday, very cool, is a plugin called Pacemaker for Winamp. And what this will do is allow you to change the tempo, the pitch, or the speed of any MP3. So again, if we have, this is higher ground loaded up, if we played at normal speed, this is what it sounds like. So if I wanted to learn the song, and this is just way too fast for me, what I can actually do is just turn the tempo down. Now this will not change the pitch of the instruments or the vocals. You can see how it just slows it right down. So if you're learning a new song and it's just overwhelming the speed in which they're playing, you can slow it way down. If you want to play around with it and you've got it down pat and you want to ramp it up, of course you can do that too. You can play with the pitch and the speed, but for my purposes of practicing, it allows me to take any song that I have in MP3 format and go ahead and just ramp the tempo down to a pace that I can play along with, and then gradually increase it as I get more familiar with the song. So anyway, I thought that was a pretty cool plugin. Again, it's Pacemaker. Just do a quick Google on it. You'll find it for Winamp. I think the latest version is 2.1. So anyway, those are the two things that I've been playing around with that have helped me tremendously learn, or allow me to play songs and learn songs on the bass. Again, this is usable for anyone who wants to learn how to play different songs. I guess with any instrument really. And hopefully this has been informative for you. So have fun, and thanks for watching.